You know, there's an old saying that goes something like, it's best to leave well enough alone or to leave things as they are. Like I said, there's an old saying that goes, it's best to leave things as they are or to leave well enough alone. And even if you ignore that and you decide you want to tweak something, you want to change something, you want to softly reboot or reset something, that if you're going to do that, try to at least stay true to what made whatever you're going to tweak. Try to stay true to what made it what it is in the eyes of the fan base and the community of fans and people that supported it for such a long time. And when it comes to Rise of the Ninja Turtles, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that is something that a lot of fans have not been too thrilled about. Yes, I've even talked about it and I've given my thoughts, which like I'm doing right now. But here's why I'm giving it. You see, it's not even been a month. It's not even been a month since the series officially debuted after its sneak peek on Nickelodeon, Nick.com's website. It's not even been a month, as I was saying. Even before that, with its little sneak peeks on the Nickelodeon, Nick.com website. It's not even been a month, and already fans are finding it very polarizing. In fact, IMDb of IMDb.com has given it, as far as Wikipedia has reported, a 5.2 out of 10. Yeah, a 5.2/10. In other words, just a 0.2 above average. And that's not good. That's not good whatsoever because of one reason. That reason being, you've taken a concept that fans, young and old, have grown up with and basically turned it into something that, although you're trying to bring in elements that are fresh and new, which a lot of fans do enjoy, not many are going to get behind, especially if you're going to go the route you're going. Because you see, the route that they are going, and whether or not I'm reading this wrong or I'm not, the route they are going, you're basically doing two 11-minute shorts in a 22-minute episode. As far as I know. Two 11-minute shorts in a 22-minute episode. The only 22-minute episode you had, was the pilot, and that's it? And then everything else is mainly, here's one short, and then we're going to do another. That right there is what's polarizing to a lot of fans. Now, I'm not saying that they probably hadn't done this in the past with other interpretations. They probably have. But when it comes to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this is something you just don't do. And here's why. Because everybody that's watched the Ninja Turtles, any kind of interpretation, whether it's the 1987 to 1996 series, whether it's the 2003 to 2009 series, or the most recent 2012, 2013 to 2017, 2018 series, 2012 to 2017, 2013 to 2018 series, they're always used to seeing a full-length 22-minute story that's full of action, comedy, drama, you name it. Basically has the total package, depending on who the writer is. But this here, yes, it does have the potential to be good and follow in those footsteps, but not like this. Not like where you have it divided by, according to Wikipedia, episodes number 4A, 4B, 5A, 5B, 10A, 10B. You don't have it divided like that. You don't do that. What you do is you stay true to what made the Ninja Turtles great. And what made the Ninja Turtles great is full-length adventures, full-length stories that ran for 22 minutes. whose sole purpose, just like any other franchise back in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and even today, whose main sole purpose was to sell toys, you need to have a full-length adventure. Now, whether or not they're going to do that later on as this season progresses, or even when the second season, because yes, Nickelodeon renewed it for a second season, whether or not the second season takes that step, you have to make sure that your main priority when it comes to doing episodes are 22-minute episodes and not these 11-minute episodes. Now, I understand someone's going to come on here and say, well, Brian, maybe there's a good reason for it. Yeah, there might be a good reason, but that reason is probably the stupidest reason I can think of. It's probably the stupidest reason Rob from Rob the Wonderful can think of, Bob Show can think of, Channel Awesome Doug Walker can think of, AVGN, James Wolfe can think of, Lynn Cara can think of, you name it, Joe Vargas, Angry Joe, if you will, can think of. Anybody can think of this reason as being stupid, because the only reasoning I can think of as to why they're going in this direction episodically is because of the attention span of the kids. Yeah, the attention span of the kids. And I do apologize if I sound like I'm rambling a little bit. I do apologize for that. But that's basically what it is. That's the only reason. And like I said, Doug Walker, Lynn Cara, Angry Joe, Bob Show, Rob the Wonderful, Bennett the Sage, anybody, James Wolfe of Angry Video Game Nerd, Cinemasker, if you will, anybody that grew up in the 80s like I did would agree that this interpretation of Ninja Turtles and the reason they're being done the way they are and episodically the way they are is because maybe someone at Nickelodeon figured, well, kids are not going to be paying attention or not going to want to pay attention to 22-minute episodes anymore, so let's just cut it down in half and go like that. And that's what's going to bite them in the butt. Because you don't focus, you don't decide, well, 11-minute shorts are better, 11-minute episodes split into two parts is better than doing a full-length 22-minute episode. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. What made each and every interpretation of the Ninja Turtles good is you had 22 minutes to give us a full-length story that we got immersed in, we enjoyed, we loved talking about. We love coming on YouTube and either praising, critically praising or critically thrashing, But this here is not the way to go. And it shouldn't be because kids' attention spans are shorter than usual, because the next thing they want to do after one short is just turn on the PS4 or the Xbox One or get on their Android or the parents' Android or Kindle or iPad or whatever and go, do, 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 do. No, you don't do that. You want to keep their attention, you make sure that episode is a full-length 22 minutes and not split in two. Because that's what made Ninja Turtles good. Like I was saying, that's what made Ninja Turtles good. Is you had full-length episodes. I mean, yes, every now and then, maybe the original 80s to 90s one probably did that, I can't remember. But most of the time they didn't. And they didn't dedicate the whole series to doing it. Neither the 2003 to 2009 series or the 2012 to 2017 / 2013 to 2018 series did. They never did that. Why are you doing it here? I don't understand. You're Nickelodeon. You're partnered with Paramount. You have enough money to do a full-length series. And if you're doing it this way, and a lot of people have criticized you about it, because you feel the attention span of the kids of your targeted viewing audience is not there anymore, and they're not going to want to spend 22 minutes watching, well, guess what? Maybe you shouldn't have developed the series for them. Maybe what you should have done is developed a new Ninja Turtle series aimed at the older audience. the ones that grew up with the franchise. That should have been your target. That should have been your priority. That should have been what you came up with for the next series, not this. I mean, yes, like I said, potentially it does have, what I'm trying to say is it does have the potential to be good. It has the potential to be good. It has the potential to be great. And it's got another season and the rest of this season to go to prove that. But the only way it's going to prove it in this season, for the rest of this season, and in the upcoming season, is to focus its shift more towards full-length 22-minute episodes instead of these 11-minute shorts. Because all these are, and Rob the Wonderful pointed it out best, are nothing but filler. They're nothing but filler episodes because they have no context. They have no continuity. And nowadays, that's what a lot of fans, old and young, when it comes to something like Ninja Turtles, want to see. So, again, does Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have the potential to be good? Yes. But only if it shifts direction in the direction that made Ninja Turtles what it is today. Because I want you to look at it this way. There are other franchises that are planned for rebooting. She-Ra and the Princesses of Power is a complete reboot, sort of, in a way, of the original. But guess what? They've done just enough to where every episode is going to be 22 minutes long, and it's got your interest. It's got your intrigued. The trailer has basically got you hyped to see what Netflix has in store along with DreamWorks. That is doing its job right, and in a sense, it stays true somewhat to what brought She-Ra to the dance originally. It has that essence. It has somewhat of a nostalgic feel to it. And it has a story arc that fans can actually get invested in. You know, so when you look at something like that, and even though it's a complete, somewhat reboot of the original, but fans are still invested in it, that shows you that you did your job right. That you're not just thinking about this new generation of fans, these new young kids, but you're thinking about the older audience as well. And that's really all I have to say. So does Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, does the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have the potential to be good? Yes, but they have to go in a direction, shift directional points to what brought Ninja Turtles to the dance originally. Because even young and old viewers, young and new fans, will let you know that what brought Ninja Turtles to the dance was engaging stories and full-length episodes that didn't run just 11 minutes but ran 22. And kept your intrigue. Kept you intrigued, kept your interest, and kept you immersed. 3 I's right there. Intrigue, interest, and immersed. That's what they should be following. So, that's all I'm going to really say on it, guys. But yes, this series does have the potential to be good, but it's up to the people behind it to point it in the right direction of what made Ninja Turtles originally good in the first place back when it first started as an animated series back in the late 80s and early 90s, and then so on later on with the 2000 series, the 2010 series, and now. Well, not now anyway, but basically the 3 animated series that came prior. That's what made the series what it is. That's what made Ninja Turtles from an animation standpoint good. And again, potentially this series could do the same, but the people behind it need to shift into that direction and not rely on this, because if the main reasoning for this is because young kids don't pay attention anymore or don't have a long attention span, is BS. And that's all I'm going to say, guys. So let me know what you all think down below. Comment if you like, and I'll talk to y'all later.